What's up guys, Kimiji here, and why I got you guys here is a topic of interest. And what I mean by topic of interest, I always want to do the topic of interest, but topics that are like common to think about every day. And one of the things that you always think about is technology, and it's constantly coming out. So technology, it completely intrigues me, like how fast technology is going, because technology is accelerating at a speed that we can't even keep up. Because what I mean by I can't keep up, like once you get your own phone, like let's say like an iPhone 5, you have an iPhone 5, but next thing you know, around the corner, the iPhone 5s or the iPhone 6 comes out, and you'd be pretty pissed off because the iPhone 6 or iPhone 5s is faster than your iPhone 5, and it's always happening. So technology at this day of age, this modern age, technology is going fast. This is the technological revolution, if I were to put it in a sense. Back then it was like industrial revolution, whoever can produce the most products and sell them make money. But technology is the power nowadays, because if you think about it, technology is almost everything you do on a daily basis, like pretty much like 90% or 80%, I don't know. If you live in a typical city, a typical environment, in like a civilized age, you will use technology all the time. What I mean by that, you go walk through a grocery store, you see the slide doors open automatically, that's technology right there. Cars are getting more technological. Computers in general. As for me, as a PC gamer, I always look at new CPUs, new motherboards, especially new graphics cards. Graphics cards are getting faster. If you guys don't know, the two brands of graphics card currently that I know for gaming, gear for gaming, is Nvidia and AMD, and these guys are releasing graphics card every year. I swear, I could have sworn, but before graphics card weren't releasing as fast as that, but they're releasing it every year. It feels like every 6 months, because I don't know, the graphics cards are going exponentially fast and faster every time. The first, I believe, at my generation, the GTX 580 was the fastest graphics card. Now they came out with the GTX 680, which is the fastest single GPU. When that releases in the 600 series, now the Titan's the fastest, but 680, take it for a reference, you don't know what it is, but let's just say it's the fastest graphics at that generation. That generation is probably twice as or 3 times faster as the last generation fastest, which is really big jump in terms of performance. I might be a little bit exaggerating, but you can feel the performance and change when you compare those two graphics cards. And AMD side, they've creating new technology. Everyday graphics cards, as fast as they going for frame rate, they try to create new technology like TrustFX, which was Tomb Raider, where you can see the new rendering of each hair particles. Like they actually have each hair strands render out with the wind environment. And Tessellation, DirectX 11, they trying to keep up with all these new stuff, and they adding more video RAM for higher resolution. When I say higher resolution, they also come in with new TVs and new monitors, 4K and 2K. If you guys don't know what that is, 4K is 4 times 1080p, and 2K is basically 2 times 1080p. Not really, but 4K is 4 times, I heard. But 4K TVs, I went to Fry's the other day, I checked out the 4Ks. They're $6,000, and that's a big hopping price tag. But eventually it will go like $500, $200, but 4K and 2K are the Ultra HD. It's higher than 1080p. 1080p is impressive. If you think 1080p is really impressive, you should check out the 4Ks and the 2K monitors, because the 4K TVs are blazing crazy. I mean, like the quality is ridiculous, like how much pixel density they have in the picture. Now it's not even worth getting 4K right now, to be honest, because 4Ks aren't, I don't think they're having 4K like 4K recorded stuff right now. Because if you have anything that's recorded in 1080p, which is on more cable boxes, and you're watching 4K, there's really no point, because you can't see the difference, and thus it's recorded with a 4K camera, and 4K cameras are not that cheap when people produce programs and anything. But yeah, 4K will come day and age, and once you see 4K going, then you have it. You know, you have a quality, and next thing you know, 4K is not enough. But 1080p enough for now, but nowadays 4K is gonna take over eventually, sooner or later. Once they get cheap enough, and once people start recording 4K resolution shows and everything, then 4K will make its debut. Monitors, in a sense, 2K, I'm looking forward to take 2K monitors, because as a gamer, I'm thinking if once 2K becomes popular, I will upgrade my computer to like a better graphics card, because my graphics card can barely handle 2K or 4K. Well, 4K is like far away from it, because 1080p is what it's looking at, but graphics card will get to the 4K point and the 2K resolution to handle. Now, phones and tablets. Tablets was non-existent back then, because remember, nobody heard of tablets, but now tablets are becoming more popular when they first introduced it, because whoever thought having a tablet can be like useful in the sense of using a laptop, but much more convenient in the sense of touchscreen. Now smartphones is like the I think is like the popular choice of technology that people always see every day. People are using smartphones everywhere. Before, I believe 6 years ago or 7 years ago, barely anyone uses a phone. Like, I mean, like a convenient phone, like a handheld phone that you can walk around and use it a lot. People only use it just to call someone. Nowadays, people text, watch movies, go on the internet, use apps. I mean, it's like a computer. It actually really is a computer, and they have quad-core phones, which is crazy. And I don't know. I mean, these quad-core phones are faster than notebook computers 6 years ago or 5 years ago. I don't know. They're going every year. Like, it feels like every 6 months they come out with a new phone, especially Androids. And iPhone try to come out with every year. And people try to get more advanced with phones. They even have like that Samsung S4. It's kind of crazy, but you just swipe your hand above the screen and have the little sensor. It picks up everything. That's crazy. That's unheard of for me. Now it's like intriguing to know about that fact. Tablets. Like I said, tablets, they're not popular when they first came out, but now they are becoming increasingly popular because they're becoming more thin, and their display, I mean, the phone, like I said, 1080p, you need at least like a 23-inch or 22-inch TV or monitor to support 1080p. I don't know how small it can go, but now, the Samsung S4 and the Droid DNA, those phones are like 5-inch screens, the really smallest screens, and they support 1080 display, which is like unheard of for me, to be honest. But once you heard about it in the convention center, like, wow, that's crazy. 1080p, you can watch 1080p movies on there. That's when you know that 4K is around the corner. They gotta have to compete with that on the TV market. Now, in a sense, softwares are going up to the point that they're trying to keep up with the new hardwares. I mean, hardwares, as fun as hardware is, software is up there too, because game developers try to make new engines that supports better hardware. I mean, when I mean game engine, like Frostbite 3, if you guys play Battlefield, like right now, my gameplay is Battlefield 3, Unreal Engine, Source, I don't know, any source of engine, they're trying to utilize as much as the hardware as they can with software, and software plays a big difference. As much as hardware goes, software is the one who utilizes the hardware. No software, there's no point having high-end technology in terms of hardware. But yeah, software, new graphics, I mean, like, we've seen all the graphics at E3. The graphics are amazing for a next-gen console and the next-gen PC graphics. I mean, eventually they will have DirectX 12, which sets the difference in graphics again. I don't know if DirectX 12 is going to be a major jump, but I got a feeling it is because DirectX 11 has been out for a long time. Crysis 3 and Battlefield 4 will push the graphics to its limits from what I've seen so far. Crysis 3, it puts the $1,000 graphics are like a GTX Titan to like 40 FPS. Like, I don't know, 40 FPS? That's like mind-blowing for $1,000. What, you get 40 FPS? But it's like at 2K resolution and ultra settings. So yeah, game engines are advancing. Other than that, if I can think of anything else, I can't really think what else can technology go. Who knows, might have Siri like in your house, like some kind of robotic woman talking about opening a door for you. You just ask it to open the door. But that is like, I don't know what's next on the market, because phones and tablets and everything, that's all I can think of as far as technology goes. But having like something that controls your house, and hackers, in a sense, hackers are becoming more increasingly popular on the technological sense of the market, because they hack everything. People try to develop firewalls and everything to protect themselves from hackers, but you can't really defend yourself against hackers, because hackers, come on, hackers are like, they find a little small hole in their firewall and they just blow it up to a huge one, and you've been compromised and you steal all your money. But yeah, hackers are getting up there. Military weapon, I don't even know what the hell they're developing. They're just top secret stuff. But other than that, I got nothing else to say about technology, because I just always want to talk about technology. The thought about technology is just crazy to live in this age. I really do enjoy the technological age. I would not enjoy living like industrial age where you live in a factory and, you know, but be glad to live in a technological age, to have a smartphone, tablet, new TVs, computers. I mean, computers are deviating in values. Like 2 years ago, my computer would be like $1,000 or 1.2K. Nowadays, you can build it for $800, which is like, I feel so ripped off. But understandably, technology is going fast. That's what happens, and you can't really keep up. No matter how much money you spend on technology, they will always come with a new one. You have to buy another one. But I'm sticking with what I have and maybe invest on new ones in the near future. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and later.